Good morning, everyone. Good morning. You'd think it was the meet and greet time. Hey, that's it. Let's start with meet and greet. There we go. Hey, Richard. Good to see you. Good morning. This one Dave requested. Recently, so much happening. Change is a constant, we all know. Now here we meet at this happy crossroad. What will we do? Somebody tell me so. The world has changed. Yeah, the world has changed. Now what will you do different, or what will you do the same? We stand up proud with all our might. Heroes all come into sight. I remember love when it was a passing thing. Worlds fell apart and only few would sing. But now the world has changed. Yes, the world has changed. Now what will you do different, or what will you do the same? Longer hugs and looks in the eyes, sharing smiles without ever asking why. Cities collapse, oh, but not the spirit. The heroes arise, everyone's in it. Yes, the world has changed. Oh, the world has changed. Now what will you do different, or what will you do the same? Well, some say it's the world, some it's us and them. We better change before we reach the end. We travel miles protecting our own. It'll all be for naught without love in our home. The world has changed. Yes, the world has changed. Now what will you do different, or what will you do the same? Longer hugs and looks in the eyes, sharing smiles without ever asking why. Cities collapse, but not the spirit. The heroes arise, everyone's in it. Yeah, the world has changed. Yeah, the world has changed. Oh, the world has changed. Now the world has changed. Now what will you do different, or what will you do? What will you do different, or what will you do? What will you do different? What will you do the same? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. It is morning. We welcome Steve this morning. We're so glad he is here. He's trying to get back in his body. Tell them where you've been.
Where you been?
I was in Amsterdam. Yeah, Amsterdam and northwest Germany. My son lives in Osnabrück, which is, I don't know what it's near.
Somewhere over there. Yeah.
I think Dortmund is near there.
Oh, Dortmund?
Yeah. We went to a Dortmund soccer match, a football match, they say there, you know. Mm-hmm. What you want to do is make sure you buy tickets in your team's section. I'm just saying. My son, he's so great. He thought, I'm going to save money. I'm going to buy some tickets, and this section here looks like, I don't know. Well, on the tickets it says, do not wear Dortmund gear in this area, because it was the opposing team's section. We left at the half.
You were ousted.
Yeah, we were not welcome.
How long were you gone?
11 days.
11 days. And just got back Friday night.
Oh, great.
So not quite in his body yet. So yeah. So we have Steve Mason here in, I'd say, 3/4.
We're getting there.
Yes, and that, yeah, you sounded like you were here.
For sure. Thank you to our greeters. Greeters. If you're online with us, welcome. If you notice that we started late, it's because, I don't know, we couldn't, I can't explain it to you. What I can tell you is, we don't know, but it just wasn't time at 11 o'clock. So bless you, and thank you for being with us if you're online. We're so grateful for your presence. And because there's a little kind of mistiness outside and the weather is cooler, people decided to stay home, many, thinking that with the weather change, doing regular kinds of things weren't going to be the calling of the day. Wherever you are, we're welcoming and blessing you if you're not here in the sanctuary today, and know how much you are loved. We see you, we know you, we behold the Christ of you, and that which you are is a blessing in the world, as we say. And I welcome you, and I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here, because it was really empty before you came. There were a lot of vacant chairs, but warm hearts. So that's all that really matters here. Yeah, you are welcomed in that big, warm hug of unity, that welcoming into the presence that we feel when we come together and attend to our spiritual well-being, as well as our mental, physical, essential being. We're happy to have Marianne and Chip back from their water adventure of the year. Welcome home. Glad you're here. And everybody else, we've been spending a lot of time together, actually, in various ways. So as I welcome you in the warm and loving spirit of unity, as each Sunday morning, I invite you into the realization that this week is World Day of Prayer week. And it begins on the night of the 10th and proceeds all the way through to the early evening of the 11th. And I'll give you more information about that, but I want you to know that it's a very important week in unity and on behalf of the world. So it began in earnest in 2001, September 11, 2001. Was it? So when did the Trade Center event? That was it. We really took it to heart and began doing more celebrations and group events for World Day of Prayer. This year we're going to join with Unity Worldwide and hopefully become a part of their activities, or you will, and I will, each in our own way. The world is relentless right now. It is just relentless. Know that we are enough to meet these moments. We are enough. We are made to be enough to meet these moments. But it is like, take one deep breath after another and allow yourself the experience of letting the world be the world while you be in the awareness of the greater truth of life. When we pray, there's only one presence and one power, God, the good, omnipotent. We pray that knowing that it's really easy to separate inwardly into the, well, there's only one presence and one power everywhere except there. Or one presence and one power except there. Or one presence and one power except for this or that or whatever it might be in my life. But when we say it, we mean equally and continuously present in and through all of life, at all time, in all time, as all expression. Well, we look around and we say, well, I can say the words, but I don't feel it in my heart. And that's where the real work is, not just saying the words, but feeling them more deeply. I don't have to understand. I don't have to figure out what I can't understand. I don't have to make sense out of things that I don't know how to make sense of. But we remember that it's not God, the great puppeteer, pulling all the strings on these things. How much of it is about human choice and about the separation in our minds and the feeling that we are separate inwardly rather than singular as the one presence and one power in expression. That's the root of what we are given, what we're gifted with, that can stabilize us, even if we're not able to get in and fix everything. And right now, it is a push. People of love and people dedicated to the well-being of life, it's our time to go deep and bring that alive within us and let that be our ongoing truth. We can't afford to jettison our spiritual awareness at this point in time. We can't afford it. It's too costly to jettison the very thing that is the centering point and our foundation. And I'm not saying the God of the woo-woo. I'm saying that strong, deep, where you go to core and know that there's something more than everything we see, think, feel. It's costly not to, because we get caught in the swirl. And when we're in the swirl, we're a mess. And we are divine beings experiencing a sense, a felt sense of separation, or as though we are helpless in the midst of what's calling us forward. Never helpless. Never helpless. Sometimes feel helpless. There's one presence. Only one presence. And one power. There's only one presence and one power active in my life, active in your life. God the good, omnipotent. We reverse direction, we return to source. We draw on that strength knowing it's there. And when we can't, we connect with one another to ask for help. I'm lost. Call somebody. I'm caught in this swirl, I'm feeling lost. You call me, you might not get me. Call somebody else. I mean, most likely you won't get me. Call somebody else. We're here as community to support one another and to find ways to read or think that move our minds in another direction. We are free. We are free. The daily word today is free. Betsy, would you share our daily word? Blue light.
Hello, there it is. Good morning. This is one of my very favorite words in the whole world, freedom. I am free through my awareness of God. Visualizing freedom, I may think of a bird soaring above the earth, a child running across a park flying a kite, or a waterfall cascading into a river that will continue its journey as far as I can see. Beyond those exhilarating images, another more personal example evokes a feeling of freedom. My connection with God. God is limitless and unbounded. When I align myself with the Spirit of God within me, I feel likewise limitless. This is where my freedom lies. No matter the state of my life or the conditions of the world, I remain free in God. I face each day with hope and positive expectation. Just as the bird that soars, the kite that glides, the waterfall that roars, I move freely through life because of my oneness with God. From 2 Corinthians, now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Thank God. And this came from the Unity of Whitby's newsletter a week ago, and I've been reading it every day for a week because it's so powerful. Love is my way forward. I walk in the harmony of divine love, not to escape the hard parts out to transform them, but to transform them. This love knows how to mend, to hold, to uplift. It speaks when words fail. It softens what's been rigid. It frees what's been stuck. With a heart wide open, I send love ahead of me into every communication, conversation, every relationship, every moment. Let love do what only love can do. So good.
Thank you. Ellen, we had a little feedback. Did you get it? Thank you. So, this week, World Day of Prayer. In your bulletins, you will find my prayer list. On Thursday night, whichever night the 10th is, the Wednesday night, after the opening ceremony at Unity Village, all of the people, prayer ministers, ministerial students, licensed teachers, prayer silent unity workers, anybody who's on staff at the village or perhaps visiting ministers, proceed on a candlelight vigil through the grounds of Unity Village to Silent Unity Chapel, the main chapel. And for the next period, from probably what would be 8 o'clock at night until until 6 o'clock the next day. They read every name. Everyone is given stacks of prayer lists, and they read every name. And in the reading of the names, each one is included in this incredible consciousness. So people read for hours. Some people read off and on all through the day, the night and the day. Many years ago, I was visiting and led part of the service for World Day of Prayer at Unity Village. And when we were complete, I will never forget the lighting of the candles and that walk through the grounds at Unity Village. If you've never been there, it is a sacred, amazing, extraordinarily beautiful place. So as you walk through with the candles, you're walking past the fountains, which are probably still on, and across the campus. And it's dark, and here are all these silent people walking. And as they walk in, then they take piles of these prayer sheets. And an individual will sit holding the prayer, the key prayers for this year's prayer vigil. So what I want you to do, because we need to do this today, what I'd like you to do is fill out your prayer list this morning. Don't leave until you've done that. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes now to meditate on it, about it. And then we put a table in the back so that after the service you can go and write your requests. We'll just, we can leave them on the table. We can grab a basket to put them in. Tomorrow, Betsy will send those off to Unity Village so the names that we submit in prayer can be part of the vigil, and someone will speak your name and hold you in the holiness and the grace of this year's World Day of Prayer. The other part of it then is you can, and I hope will, I'm going to have somebody hand these out for you in a minute, but I'll have Jordan email this out tomorrow. It's the piece that has the prayer that is World Day of Prayer this year. And on the top of it, it says, join your global unity family for the 32nd World Day of Prayer. All events take place at Unity Village, and online events begin with the opening ceremony on the 10th at 7 Central Time, followed by a 24-hour prayer vigil and the reading of the names from the prayer slips, along with other events during the day of the 11th. Further information and the way you get to the site is at worlddayofprayer.org. One big word, worlddayofprayer.org. So we'll send these out tomorrow, but I printed them this morning to be sure that you all have them. If somebody wants to hand these out, it would be really nice. And you've got your prayer slip from, you'll probably need more than that, Heather. I gave you a small pile. I'll give you all of them. Anyway, normally we would have some sort of service here. Historically we have. But as I prayed about it and gave an incredible amount of thought to it, I realized it was good for us to go join Unity headquarters instead of doing a little something, that it was better to go big and be in the consciousness that they're creating. So I encourage you to go online to be part of what's going on at Unity Village. Board meeting this week. Whew, we just had a board meeting. Didn't we just have a board meeting? I feel like we just had a board meeting. Mhm. We were late this month in our scheduling, so our board meeting is on Tuesday. The Ordinary Mysticism class is in the morning. You can find the link for that on the website. Unity World Day of Prayer is listed then for the 10th. 14th is Birthday Bash. Men's group is meeting at the library at 11 o'clock on the 20th. Now we are apprised of place and time, but we will honor that this is the men's group because we're so grateful we have a men's group, and you are such a blessing to us. So the 20th at 11 at the public library, or the new Commons. Is it called the Commons now? Is that what it's called? And 27th then, if you don't have tickets yet for Concert for a Cure, that would be a lovely thing. All right. Always so grateful to get through that part. Just because my tendency is to follow the thought instead of staying focused. So what will you pray for? Who will you pray for? You don't have to just write on the lines we provided. You can write on the back. Just be sure you print the names. It need only be a first name. If it's something, just brief words that speak from you into the experience we're creating. And in honor of that, I'd like our meditation this morning being about what are the things that Spirit is guiding you to pray about, who, the what, whatever, and then at the end of the service, if you would just fill out the slip, it will be in your mind. What matters to you? And what can you offer to the world in your own heart and mind? So do we have an intro song for meditation? You know, meadow, it's like a nice quiet meadow, huh? It's a new word. I just made it up. Yeah, thank you. Meditation.
Hashtag meditation. We are stardust, we are golden, we are billion-year-old carbon, and we got to get ourselves back to the garden. We are stardust, we are golden, we are billion-year-old carbon, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. We are stardust, we are golden, we are billion-year-old carbon, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. We are stardust, we are golden, billion-year-old carbon, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. And we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. back to the garden, back to the garden.
Back to the garden. Back to that which is essential. With your breath and with an intention in your heart to move more deeply into the presence, we turn our attention to the power, to the presence within. Without force and without effort, we give ourselves permission to bathe in the holy water of Spirit. The water, Spirit water, cleansing water, transforming water of Spirit. We allow ourselves to open and to receive. Holy presence in the awareness of your love, your healing life, your light of guidance and clarity. The knowing that even when things seem amiss, out of sorts, we are born of and live in a perfection of harmony and order. Your strength fills us with that which we need, that which we call for. It's here in the midst of our being. We are given sight to see the truth. We are given to hear the holy harmony of your still small voice. In this moment, as we consider prayer, we know that before we ask, the answer is given. And even as a thought comes to mind of someone or something, your presence within each one and within all things is already right there in the midst. I listen for your still small voice. And as those come to mind who I would offer prayer for today, you simply say, "You are blessed." The people, the images, the things, even those we've had disagreement with, even where the waters are troubled. We offer that one blessing. May you be blessed. May you be at peace. As you let those beings, great and small, four-legged and swimming, flying, moving, creating, friends, enemies, family, loved ones. Let the names come. Feel Spirit's blessing. May you be blessed. May you be at peace. As you rest in the stillness, let your heart be open. Today I pray for you. A prayer of the heart. I offer blessing to you, for I know that even as my heart opens, the work of Spirit, the work of the one presence is taking place. I am an instrument. And my intention for the blessing of all others is strong. May you be blessed, I say. May you be at peace. May you be healed. May you know joy. And may you experience freedom, freedom of the Spirit. I seal these blessings with my love and my gratitude that Spirit's outworking for all these is perfection. We give thanks. We pray, joining with all the prayers that are being issued all over the world this day, as we say, Amen. And so it is.
You can't see it up here, but this looks like a 9-hour flight right here. I've got a battery and a phone and an iPad. We have our order of service here, and I've got about 73 songs that I was going to choose from. So. And not a snack, that's right. No, the people on Aer Lingus were quite lovely. They were. This is a prayer or a reminder for myself and anybody who wants to take it on. A friend told me, most importantly, he was talking about me playing music, is just, Steve, just remember, just keep letting love lead. So when I hear something like that I want to remember, put it in a song quite often. I stare at stars most evenings, searching for some meaning, wide-eyed, just wondering the reason for my being. And I've dreary days I must confide when taking not one step outside in the darkness. I just want to hide, keep myself locked up inside. But sometimes I wait the feeling out. I take baby steps instead. And grateful I'm reminded from my heart and not my head to let love lead. Let love lead. Oh, I've heard it from beloveds, friends and sages across so many lifetimes, throughout the ages, just lifting up my soul, my energy, my spirit, with simple words. And so I think it's time that I hear it. Let love lead. Let love lead. It's more than just a little thing, and it reminds me every time I sing to let love lead. It's not for nothing, my buddy Joey'd say, but that's a little understated, 'cause love's a lot like something that can't be overrated. It's like talking all night long and singing up till dawn. Oh, music, it just sets us free, reminds us of this loving creed to let love lead. Let love lead. It's more than just some little thing. I love it when we get to sing. Let love lead. Yeah. Let love lead. Let love lead. Let love lead. Let allow and let it be. Love surrounding you and me. Lead, it's our destiny. It is our journey. Let allow and let it be. Love surrounding you and me. Lead, it's our destiny. It is our journey. Lifting up our souls. The energy, the spirit, with simple words. And so I think it's time that we can sing it. Let love lead. Let love lead. Let love lead. Let love lead. Oh, let love lead. Good singing. Thanks.
I mean, that's a song that people want to hear. The feeling of it, the tone of it, the words of it, it's really special. So put that in your top list, however many there are in that list. All right. I don't have much time. You're like, oh good, she doesn't have much time. Oh good. Back to school. End of summer. Increase in intensity in people's homes, lives, business world. little people might, guess what? So we can haul more. So we can get our arms through that backpack, hoist it up, get it to school, remember to bring it home, do whatever else goes with it. And off they go with our expectations. Our expectations about school, about life, about kids, about the whole process of what we call education. At second grade, we don't see it that way. No, it's like, yeah, all my friends are, in my class. It seems so simple. And then the news comes out. And it happened again, somewhere in our country, where innocence is so graphically defiled. And we think, if we could only keep them safe. But what we perceive as safety has to do so much with things we don't understand, can't figure out, and can't make happen. What is safety? What is safety really? You say, well, we're in our little cocoon and we're safe. But we know that's not true. We can't control life, and we can't control the outcome of life. We can just keep working on aspects of life that we hold most valuable and dear, and spend time offering our hearts and our prayers and our minds and our lives into a kind of service that may be invisible on one level, but is essential now in this time. Can we feed them? Can we feed our babies? Can we feed them in this time? Can we love them enough to let them know that even at school, where things are often mean and bullying is more and voices are louder and things go on, can we teach them how to have that something inside them to sustain them? Can we bring to them something that we model, that we value, that we live, to offer them? Because what they go through on a daily basis is something that we can't conceive. We don't get it. And no matter what we do, we can teach them to be durable and able to meet the world up to the point of the actual experience of that. So I think about kids a lot. I love children. I love watching children. Neighbor down the street just has a new baby, Cassidy Jane. So cute, so sweet. I mean, just like 3 weeks ago. I look out the window, they're going by. Hi, how's it going? Like I'm part of their life, they're part of my world. It matters to me. And yet, we have responsibilities to care for and offer a way of being in the world that is supportive for our youth. As they get older, we don't understand them, but they didn't understand us. And how do we become a consistent presence in the lives of those who are young or older in the world? This story, I chose a story this morning that I chose two stories, but I have to postpone one. No, for time. But I read this story and I thought, oh, in the world out there, this story is a little controversial. And then I thought, well, screw that. If we can't get our mind open enough not to point fingers in something that's really beautiful. Okay. More than 18,000 Middle European Jews fled the Hitler regime and found refuge in the city of Shanghai. My parents and I were among them. First World War. More than 18,000 Middle European Jews. These are not the ones who were in the camps. These are people who got out from under that experience. For years, Shanghai had been the receptacle of human flotsam and jetsam discarded by the rest of the world for one reason or another. The arrival of European Jews between 1938 and 1939 was the latest contribution to the already overcrowded, teeming metropolis on the China coast. Did I say First World War? Second World War, sorry. My brain is like, that was a long time ago. By the time my parents realized they had to leave Germany or perish, most countries had closed their doors to immigrants. So you'll find today in this story, passage on the few available ocean liners traveling to the Orient was at a premium, if at all obtainable. Miraculous circumstances, strange happenings, and unexplainable events led my parents to secure passage at the last minute on a German luxury liner scheduled to sail to China within 12 hours. We had to be ready, and we made it. The moment we set foot on Chinese soil, we were declared stateless citizens, an awkward position for strangers in a strange land. Like the rest of the refugees, our little family struggled to survive, and whatever life my father was able to provide for us came to an abrupt end when America went to war with Japan. On Pearl Harbor Day, Japanese troops occupied Shanghai. The axis between Germany, Italy, and Japan was formed, and once again, Jewish lives were threatened. The Japanese ordered the entire Jewish refugee population to move into a designated area in the worst part of town, already occupied by thousands of locals, allowing little time to find nooks and crannies to call home. The first thing I learned about being incarcerated was that men raged against their confinement and women made curtains. It's true. My mother cut up useless evening gowns to make flounces and panels for the one window in the 9-by-12 cubicle that would be home for us for the next 6 years. We lived on top of each other under the most difficult conditions and learned quickly to make the best of them. Some did better than others, and among those who made a difference in my 11-year-old life was the round-faced, roly-poly, middle-aged Mrs. Rosa Goldberg. to find some relief from the steamy hot and breathless air of Shanghai's endless summer days, Rosa Goldberg would place her three-legged stool in a shady spot in our garbage-cluttered, stinking lane, seemingly oblivious to the rivers of urine and rows of honeypots filled to overflowing with human refuse. Friendly and outgoing, she knew most of the inhabitants of our little lane by name. She greeted us each morning with a cheerful smile, a warm twinkle in her deep brown eyes, and in her Jewish delicatessen English accent, dispatched us on our way with one bit of wisdom or another. Her message to me never varied. Each morning, as I was on my way to our makeshift warehouse classroom, she would stop me, reach out her hand to grasp mine, pull me to a stop at her side, look up at my face, and ask, "So, what does Mrs. Goldberg tell you every day, little girl?" Knowing her game well, I shook my head, voiced a quiet, "I don't know," and we waited. "Well, darling, Mrs. Goldberg will have to tell you again. Now listen and remember what I'm telling you," she instructed. "Go out and make a miracle today. God's busy, he can't do it all." Her face beamed up at me, her hand let go of mine. With a friendly parting pat on my backside, she sent me on my way, giving me a purpose for the day and meaning to my life that will be mine as long as I shall live. She handed me wings to fly, opened my eyes to a world that needed miracles, and gave me the assurance that I could do God's work. To this moment, every day of my life, each time I leave my house, I hear the raspy, heavy voice of Rosa Goldberg calling to me, and I remember to go out and make a miracle today. God's busy, he can't do it all. It comes from a book called Chocolate for a Woman's Soul. You've probably not read that, but maybe. And it doesn't, this one doesn't, Ursula Bacon is the name of the person. What do we have to offer? What do we have to offer these people that we call children and kids? And we call them miracles. Go out and make a miracle today. Be that someone who offers the food that feeds a soul. An affirmation, a way of seeing. Many of us, don't spend a lot of time with children, either because of our circumstance or where we live, or there aren't kids around much. But it's not about that. It's about moving into that something that consistently sees and offers the power to these beings who are facing this world. If you and I are spinning, what about our babies? And what kind of affirmation do they need from us? More morality education? More Jesus Christ? Or more felt and offered love and support and a way of seeing, a way of being that may not be in the alley with a three-legged stool. But it's going on all around us. that we would greet them as not little things, but fully endowed spiritual beings who face a world that tells them otherwise. Kids don't affirm each other. Not in the way they could, but they don't know that. Not because people didn't give it to them, but because kids don't know yet. Or they do know, and it's the only way they can express that feeling of separation, that sense of not being connected or in the right place at the right time. But we can show that. We meet kids in the grocery store. We meet kids coming and going from wherever we come and go. They may not be in your immediate world, but we're meeting kids all the time. Give them the look that says, I behold the Christ in you. I know you. I know you. Not by word, but through that messaging one heart to another. Wonderful poem to complete this. Blessing for Peace by a woman named Christine Evangelou. I hope you learn to love yourself. This is for you, too. About time, huh? I hope you learn to love yourself through a godly storm, through the shimmers of love that kissed your crown as you were born. I hope you learn to love everything that makes you whole, the trickles of pain that still echo through your veins, and the purpose that kept you going, rebuilding you time and time again. I hope you learn to love the truth of all you are, whether others accept it or fear it from afar. I hope you learn to love everything that makes you, you, without diluting your presence or losing your voice just to please others as you walk so gently through, losing your voice just to please others as you walk so gently through. I hope you learn to love your fearless, fiery side, the one that speaks so honestly without worry of reprise. I hope you live a life that you so wonderfully deserve, and that you bravely reinvent yourself as often as your soul thunders and stirs. I hope that you learn to love each finality and closed door, so you can find a new beginning in sparkly showers of hope, as your wings electrify, taking flight to soar. I hope you learn to love each finality and closed door, so you can find a new beginning in sparkly showers of hope, as your wings electrify, taking flight to soar. The other story, we're not going there, I promise, is a story I've had on my computer for years, right on the front page. And it's from the Mount Kenya Journal. And it's about a walk for peace, kids climbing a mountain for peace. It's very beautiful, actually. All right, I'm done with that. We're over it. Hello, online. Unity Skagit Valley, I can say anything I want. This is a place where we hold serious intentions, and a place where we can laugh and hug and hold and support each other. This is a place where we believe in the holiness of all people. Whatever expression they choose or find themselves in. This is a place where when we say you are welcome here, we mean it. And if this is your first time watching, you have a sense of the ease with which we do ministry. This is a place of harmony and peace and great love, and we would welcome you here anytime. As we share our tithes and love offerings, we do so quickly. And our ushers are not here. So how about just two people stand up and do that? Ellen has the bags. Oh, there goes. There goes. We've got it now. We're covered by 3. All right. I want to remind you to fill out your prayer slips and leave them on the table, please. And if you want a writing space, Dave set up chairs for you, and please take your time doing that. And World Day of Prayer, if you are willing, share in the experience of Unity Village. Share as though you're not a little Unity outpost in Mount Vernon, Washington, but you are part of the Unity movement, a worldwide, global movement of truth that changes lives like yours and mine all over the world. So if you watch the online ceremony on 7 Central Time, that's 5 our time, right? It will be wonderful, wonderful music, blessed speakers, silent unity prayer workers, and I really encourage you to do that. And we give, friends, we give. We are abundantly blessed by giving and receiving. I give joyfully and easily, for God is my source, and abundance is my nature. Thank you for being here. I don't know what we have in the way of kids back there. We've got a Sophie. We don't have a Sophie. We might have a Lily. Yeah. All right. Please receive the offering, and we don't have our slides this morning. We had a few glitches, you know. We bring our sound people in, or whoever chooses to be back there, and then we present them with all these needs. Please sing our song for us.
Well, thank you for your love and more, gifts untold, and shelter from the cold. When we're feeling sad or lonely, you let me know I'm not the only one who's ever been here. Thank you for your gifts and more. That's what I thank you for.
Would that second grade person come in here? We would like to bless you. Hi, you. Look how tall she is. She just got all tall, you know. Can we bless her, please? And all the children of light. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. We do. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. Power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. I love you. I love you. She she would like to tell you something about school. You want to come out here?
It has been my first half week because every single school year they don't do a full week. They do it start on Wednesday.
Makes a difference, though, huh? And your friends were there.
And now I'm in second grade. First grade you get homework.
Yeah. Okay. We're on the path. We love you so much. Thank you for blessing us with you. All right, friends, let's join in the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was